What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It is a sweltering hot, it's now summer, right?
Yes, it is.
Summer's day here in Findlay, Ohio, and the Ginger Yeti is in the house. What's up, my brother? Good to see you back.
It's good to see you. I don't know if I'm excited about being in this oven here, but it is the second day of summer now. Yesterday was the first.
We do have the little fan Pete sent us a year or two ago, which was quite helpful. And I do have another fan going back there. I think you can hear the battery over the fan, to be honest.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fan
the battery
that Pete sent
might
us,
be a little bit loud, but
unfortunately, the fan that Pete sent us is kind of loud on the microphone, so can't run it while we're doing videos.
We do have the external, the Jackery battery thing, which is a little loud. So if you hear something, it is what it is. I'm sorry, it's hot. We got to have some fans going.
Hopefully, it's too hot for the neighbors to mow, so we can get some videos in.
No, they'll be out. It's after work. It's starting to cool off. Every jerk off in 100 miles will be out soon. All right. So the beer we have today is one that you picked up on the road, right?
Yes.
So this is Barena?
Yes, from Honduras. I picked it up when I was on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
After I went to the awesome Rotan Island Brewing, we went to a beach, and they were selling these at the beach house. I mean, if you can notice my awesome tan here from being on the beach.
Oh, all right. I didn't know Ginger's tanned. I thought you
I'm
just
nice and bronzed. You can't tell? You don't notice the bronze finish?
I thought you were just embarrassed or something, dude. His whole head is red.
But they were selling these at the beach house for $5 a beer, which is probably a ripoff. But
probably 50 cents.
Exactly.
So this is from Cervecería Hondureña. So Honduran brewery, San Pedro Sula in Honduras. Pretty neat find.
Unfortunately, it's a subsidiary of the evil empire,
It is owned by InBev. I think half the breweries in the world are now. We got anything on the bottom?
Yeah, there's a date code, and it says something 3 September 24.
03 September 24. Probably Best Buy.
Whatever V stands for.
Yeah, probably Best Buy September 24th.
Right.
It can't be made then, obviously, right?
Obviously.
So that's the only option. So this is 4.6%, and this says it's Barena export beer. I'm guessing this is just going to be a generic yellow Euro lager type thing.
What's that say at the bottom? Do you speak enough Spanish to know?
Escapate con su sabor. I know con means with and sabor means flavor. Escapate, I'm not sure of that word. My Spanish is very limited. I can get beers and get to the bathroom, and that's about it.
Escape?
Yeah. Escape with your flavor. Su is you, so con with your flavor. So something, I don't know what escapate is. Should have looked it up, but
probably. Anything else on the can you can't read?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just ingredients list, nothing too crazy.
What's that in the square?
That's the warning. Abusing el abuso de la bebida perjudica la salud. I don't know. This is the warning saying, don't drink beer, bro.
Don't drink beer.
Don't drink beer if you're pregnant or driving a car. I don't know. I haven't had Spanish since college, to be fair. I had 4 years in high school and 2 years in Spanish. I mean, in college, rather.
4 years.
But I sucked because my dude in high school, Mr. Sal, was the greatest teacher ever. He was from Argentina. But we didn't actually learn Spanish. We just watched Mexican wrestling and shit, dude. And that was it. And I got all A's and like an award at graduation. And I can't even order at Taco Bell. Like, it's nothing, you know. And when I went to college, they put me in like a higher level Spanish class. And I was like, I don't know, none of this shit. You know, we had 4 years in high school. I was like, but I had Mr. Sal. You don't understand. We didn't actually really learn Spanish.
So this is doing an interesting thing with the head that I noticed in another beer I did recently.
Mm.
The head's dissipating around the edge of the glass, but kind of staying up there in the center.
Yeah,
almost like a collapsing building.
Color-wise, this is, if we have our Brew HQ chart, it's got to be like a 2 or something. That's pale straw. Maybe a 2 or 3. Very pale straw color. Fair amount of carbonation. Ton of bubbles. Very fine.
Lots of bubbles.
That's a heck of a lot of bubbles. Really fine bubbles, too. Head. Magnificent. I mean, I got multiple fingers worth of...
White, soapy.
Yeah.
Big bubbles.
Big eyes. Big fish eyes. It just kind of looks what I would expect it to look like for a Caribbean beer. Something you'd have down on the beach somewhere, you know?
But I find it interesting that it's dissipating along the edges of the glass faster than in the center. When a lot of beers you watch, they like dissipate down the center and then out toward the glass. This is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it is odd. Let's give it a sniff. Not a ton, honestly. Light adjunct sweetness, maybe?
Like a little bit of that generic beer smell and some adjunct sweetness.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Which
it's not offensive.
Wouldn't expect much more from a beer like this.
No, I mean, it's about what I expected. All right, let's give it a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ratings-wise, doesn't do really well. Untappd 2.94, Beer Advocate 2.59, 65% pour. And I understand why.
It's sweet.
It's really sweet.
It's
really
very sweet.
Adjuncty sweet.
Yes. But you don't get that Euro lager skunkiness that you kind of would have expected from some of these kind of beers.
I kind of like the Euro. I like the skunkiness in some of the Euro lagers because when you get that really big, sweet, malty, adjuncty, whatever it is, I need something to counterbalance it.
Anyways, as this beer is made for more of the Central America area, where it's generally hot, humid, most of the time of the year, and it is almost sweltering in here.
How hot was it there when you were there?
Not as hot as it is here.
This week, I think it was originally supposed to be between 95 and 100 every day this week. I don't think we actually hit 100. I think it's been probably 95, 96 consistently every day, though, which has been a bit rough.
I think it was in the high 80s, low 90s, but we were on the water, basically.
Yeah, if you're on the coastline and then the Caribbean islands and on the coast of Central America, at least you get that breeze.
We made the brilliant decision of going to the brewery in the jungle while some of our friends went out snorkeling, which I love snorkeling. But apparently it was miserable. It was almost 100 degrees on the water, and the water was really rough, and there was no breeze, and they said they were just absolutely miserable. While I'm under the jungle canopy enjoying beers.
I will say this. It could have been a beautiful day for snorkeling if my options are visit a brewery I've never been to or anything. Choice is brewery. I won't say anything. There are some things that can lure me away from the brewery, but very few, very few.
But so this beer is made for this kind of weather we have right now.
Do you like it?
No.
Nor do I. I will say this. If I was sweating my ass off on Roatan Island, I would go to Roatan Brewing because it's much better. But if I was in some warm weather place and they gave this to you, I mean, you would drink it. It's what you'd expect. I don't think you would like it, but you'd begrudgingly drink it and say, it's all right.
For $5, there were other beers that were better. I mean, it's just too sweet for the heat.
Yeah, I agree. And the sweetness is, it's not a nice sweetness either. Like maybe you get with some kind of like fruit flavors or something. It's just that adjunct. I don't know if it's like that corn or rice sweetness or whatever it is. Maize, yeah, Spanish corn. That maize sweetness. Does it say it? I want to see what it does.
I don't know. I don't know what the ingredients are on this.
Agua, malta, yeah. Well, water, malt,
maltose,
saccharose, which is gotta be some kind of sugar.
Lupulose hops.
Yeah, saccharose has got to be some kind of saccharin or some kind of sweet thing, I'm guessing. And I think that's what you pick up. Whatever the sweetness is, overpowers this. If there's hops in it, I'm not picking it up at all. It's just straight sweet.
Yeah, I mean, for this heat, it's just, like I said, it's just way too sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
I expect it to be, I mean, it's light-bodied, and it's
Corona-esque, but so sweet.
Too much sweetness to it.
So sweet that it's not palatable. So for that reason, Barena Export Beer is a thumbs down for me.
Absolutely. It's thumbs down for me as well. I mean, those ratings are deserved.
And I'm guessing the 2.94 is probably people just on vacation giving it a 3 to...
or they're sunburnt. They're burnt by the sun. They're delirious from the heat. And they're just, this is a beer. Oh, my God, it's the best thing in the world because they're dehydrated and burnt by the sun.
Now, I will say this. I don't know how many Honduran beers I've checked into, so thrilled to be able to give it a try. I'll take the check-in on Untappd to maybe get a new badge or something. So, obviously thrilled to be able to try it. Unfortunately, it wasn't that great. Hopefully you think the video is better than the beer. And if you do, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. I also have a link to the Ginger Yeti's channel down below. So if you want to check him out, go give him a sub as well. See his videos. There's all kinds of stuff from the cruise. I think he did multiple from the breweries that you ran into.
Yes.
And multiple from the boat and all those different ones. So... some interesting ones there. I seen you was at the beach, but the only thing I could see in the background was fat dudes in t-shirts. It was like I was on the trip or something. But if you want to check him out, check out his stuff is down below. Hey, if you've had this, let us know what you think about it. Or if there's some other Honduran beers. I think we have one more coming up, one called Imperial.
Yes.
That we're going to try. If you've had any Honduran beers, let us know what other ones might be out there we should be looking for. Hey, till next time.
Cheers.